Hello and welcome to dinner tonight. I am Tom, and tonight I am fixing a meal that came out of Eating Well magazine from March of 2020. This was a family favorite when I made it. It is salmon on a bed of pureed peas. So just stick with me and you'll see how this turns out. The other thing I'm going to be serving with dinner tonight is some quinoa. So the first thing we're going to do is get the quinoa going. I've got 2 cups of water with a little bit of sauteed onion and a cup of quinoa. Just going to pour that in there. I'm going to throw a little bit of garlic powder in there just for a little bit of taste. Okay. And also some sesame oil. Oh, and so I'm going to actually cook this in chicken broth, so I use better than bouillon. So I'll put in, this is 1 cup of quinoa, 2 cups of water, so I need about 2 teaspoons of chicken broth that I'm just going to put in there. Give that a little stir. So that's going to come to a boil, then I'm going to turn it down, and then I've also got some fresh chopped herbs that I'll throw in at the very end when it's all done. The other thing for this smashed peas part, I've got a pound of frozen peas that I'm going to boil up here for 5 minutes, and we'll get that going. So the quinoa will take about 20 minutes. This takes about 5 minutes. The salmon's going to take a few minutes. To prepare the salmon, this is sockeye salmon from Alaska, so I splurged a little bit. Got some really nice fish. This is about 1.5 pounds. I'm cooking for 5 people tonight, so we've got 5 good pieces and 1 little piece because everybody will then pick at that after dinner because they're still going to be hungry. And really, it's just as simple as sprinkling it with some Old Bay. Put on as much or as little as you like. Okay. All right. So that's just going to sit there for a little while. What will happen is this stuff will cook up once the peas are done in about 5 minutes. I'm going to puree those up. I will cook up the salmon. We'll plate it, and we'll show you how it looks. So, okay. Okay. So here is 1 pound of peas that I've boiled and strained. And I've also saved a 1/4 cup of the pea water that I'm going to mix in here just to help smooth it out a little bit. And so you're just going to put this into your food processor. Okay. And then I have the juice of 1 lemon going in. I have some lemon zest going in. Here is my 1/4 cup of cooking water. And then it also calls for a 1/4 cup of creme fraiche. If you don't have creme fraiche, you can use sour cream. If you don't have sour cream, you can probably just use like heavy whipping cream or something just to help smooth it out. But this makes it really nice. Okay. And then salt and pepper to taste. You can do this before or after, or before and after. Okay, so I'm going to put the lid on this, give it a few good pulses. Okay, that looks pretty good. Show that to you. That's what it looks like right there. Go ahead and take this out. We'll just keep the lid on that to keep it warm. All right, if you take a look over here, I've got my quinoa that looks like it's just about done. looking pretty good. I think I'll leave that on low for another couple minutes. I've got my non-stick skillet here warmed up and ready to take the salmon. So basically, yeah, you're just frying up the salmon, and then that's really all there is to it. So I'm just gonna put these pieces on here. The bigger pieces. This might take a little longer. And I know this video is coming out a day later than usual, but I had a pretty hectic day at work on Friday, and I was too tired to cook Friday night, so I'm doing it Saturday night. So anyway, this will take about 3 to 4 minutes aside. Remember, with salmon, if you overcook it, it's not any good at all. And so since this is really nice salmon, I want to make sure that I cook it just perfectly. You do want it a little bit still uncooked in the middle. You don't want to cook it till it's solid pink all the way through. Okay? There you go. Okay, so this last piece is done. That's what it should look like right in there. So you can see that it's actually not totally cooked all the way through. That's exactly how you want it. Especially these small pieces, really, they just cook pretty quick. This one probably took like 3 minutes. Okay, so I'm just going to throw this in the oven to keep warm for a minute. The next step in this, I'm going to turn this down a little bit, is I'm going to throw in some butter. I'm going to make some browned butter with some thyme, some fresh thyme. So I've got some fresh thyme here. It's a couple teaspoons. You can buy it fresh at the store, or you can grow it in your own herb garden. It's a little time consuming to get this off the stem, but what I do is I just grab it like this at one end, and I just pull my fingernails down it, and that usually gets them all off. It's a really quick and easy way. And if any of the stems get in, the stems are pretty, they're not that hard to eat. Okay, so this is pretty brown pretty quickly. Just throw that in. Just take it off the heat if it gets too hot. Okay, just let that cook a little bit. Got the heat off now. Okay, so next comes plating this, and I'll show you how we do that. So I've got my salmon right here. How does that look? That looks pretty yummy. Got my plate here. And I'm going to grab my smashed peas. All right. Just going to pour this in the middle of the plate. And just make sure you use kind of a rimmed plate for this. And then you can just, so this plate's a little bit small for these salmon pieces, but whatever, we'll get them all in there. And I do have a professional taste tester who will come and take a taste of this. Elise, if you would mind coming in and tell me how this looks, or how this tastes. Oh, the other thing I'm going to do with the quinoa, before Elise tastes that, is just throw in these fresh herbs at the very end. You can see that's all cooked up. Got that turned off. Just stir those in at the very end. And let's put that in a serving dish. And so you've got a starch, you've got your fish, and then you've got the smashed peas as your vegetable for the evening. All right, so Elise, yeah, why don't you just take a bite of any...
Well, firstly, I just want to say I love the contrast, like with the green, and it could almost be Christmassy with the colors.
It's a beautiful dish.
It just looks very delicious. Yeah. Is it okay if I just
dig
in here?
Yeah, just dig in.
Oh, I might need a knife. Thank you. Mmm.
Yeah? Okay, you think it's going to keep the family happy tonight?
I think so. I really like the tartness of the lemon.
Oh, okay, good. All right.
Yeah.
So,
great.
If you really enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Please hit the notification so that you know when a new video comes out. I try to put them out every weekend. So this one's coming out tomorrow and Sunday. And yeah, I really hope you try to make this meal, and I will post it in the comments below the video. And we will see you next week. Thanks, everybody. Okay, so sorry, this is a blooper. I forgot to put on the brown butter with the thyme. So really, when that's all done, after you've played it, you can just pour it over the salmon. And then you can also serve this with lemon wedges too. So there you go. That's really what it's supposed to look like.